Youth runner here with Branson senior standout Audrey Spaly, 1921. The Bulls in full force in the first Division 5 girls varsity race here at the 76 Mount SAC Invitational, covering 3 miles for the first time here. She goes 1, got 2-3 behind her, number 9 and number 20 in there as well. Again, great performance for Branson. Audrey, just to be able to have such a strong force up front, like how encouraging is that, not only for today, but getting the group ready, obviously, for the postseason and especially NCS at Hayward?
Yeah, I think we're from San Francisco, or from the Bay Area. Yeah. So this is kind of our first time, I think, coming down here. This is my first year on the team.
Yep.
But yeah, it was our first time coming down here, and we were just trying to get some exposure with the Southern California competition. And we really focused on our whole team putting their max effort. And we even had our JV runner and a freshman sophomore runner coming in medaling in their races. So we really focused on everyone giving their max effort, and that helps the top runners also put their best foot forward.
I knew obviously you really bring in great energy and joining this team. So when you get to see hills like the Switchbacks and Reservoir, obviously for those that have been on this course a number of times, taking out Poop Out Hill, but for you, just how comfortable and how in rhythm did you feel on the Switchbacks and on Reservoir being here the first time?
Yeah, it was definitely tough. I wasn't expecting the Switchbacks to be so steep, but I really focused on just staying powerful up the hill and then really pushing on the downhill and using the momentum. So I think just focusing on, not really focusing on pace, but just focusing on staying strong in my movements helped me stay mentally strong. And then I definitely took it one step at a time. I think a lot of people kind of conserve on the first mile because they're anticipating these hills, but I just kind of go all out to begin with because that just gets me ahead, and I think it kind of just sets the tone for even the hills.
How special has it been? I mean, whether you joined the group as a freshman or especially now as a senior, but Branson has such incredible history, in girls cross country, not only in the North Coast section, but especially in Division 5 at the state level. To be part of a tradition, to be part of a legacy like that, how much does that enhance your senior year overall when there's so much other stuff going on outside of running?
Yeah, I think it's really giving me a purpose in senior year. Just be part of something. I'm also part of the soccer and the lacrosse team at Branson, but yeah, I think just I've always loved running, and I felt
well, you're doing enough of it in soccer and lacrosse, right?
Yeah. And even just on its own, I'd always liked running, and I felt I was why not put it to use? Also, the running community, I think, is just so unique. Everyone's so supportive. The other teams at the finish line, everyone's just congratulating each other, which I love soccer and lacrosse, but it's such a different culture.
Yeah.
And being part of this culture has been special beyond any place or time that I've gone.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And to be able to have a real team bonding experience like this, coming from, you said, up in the Bay Area, down here to Walnut, California, just how good is that for the group now? But hopefully, fingers crossed, getting the group ready to go to Woodward Park in Fresno on November 30th. Just that chemistry, that bonding, that cohesiveness. How important is it for the group, to really just cherish and relish experiences like that? I mean, obviously there are 19 plus minutes of running out there, but there's also a lot of great times and a lot of great memories before and after the race. So how important is that for the group, just to kind of become as cohesive and strong as possible before the playoffs?
Yeah, I think there's two pieces. Obviously one is on its own, just getting closer with each other, and just kind of that having that positive association with the sport and with these trips. And for me coming down here, I was super nervous, not really feeling my best. There's obviously so many factors going on in everyone's lives, but just having that focus of this is a unique thing, and we're coming down here as a team having so much time together and experiences together outside of the time on the course, that then when you get to the course, it honestly just helps your running because you feel lighter, you feel happy, you have your teammates behind you, and just it makes the whole thing so much more positive. And I think that has such a big thing to do with how you actually run, and yeah, then when we're thinking about state, when we think, oh, we have state in a week, we're not thinking oh my god, the race. We're oh, this trip together, we have each other, and then we get to the race and we've been preparing and we do well, but it's the association and the experience has such a different connotation.
Absolutely. Again, Branson 1, 2, 3, 9 and 20, led by Audrey Spaly in 1921. Pretty great debut at the Mount SAC Invitational. Stay healthy. Congratulations.
Thank you.